Battlefield Bad Company 2, I am absolutely just smitten with this game. How do you guys feel?
I'm actually really surprised how much I like it. It's probably my first favorite regular blockbuster shooter of 2010.
The thing with Battlefield traditionally has always been that it's, like you said, it's not 60 frames per second like Modern Warfare is. It's a little slower. The shooting, the moving, everything's a little slower, but there's some more precision there, I feel like.
Yeah.
Whenever you're moving around and just moving through the combat.
To me, a Call of Duty game feels very focused on extremely fast, tactical, close quarters combat. Like, you're in very small locations, lots of corridors, and lots of snap-to auto-targeting at a high frame rate. Battlefield, it's just more chaotic and open, where you don't have the super smooth frame rate or the fast lock on, but you actually kind of have to move your gun and aim at dudes.
The pacing in Battlefield is much more methodical. You're marching forward as your squad, as opposed to kind of race towards the finish line and you're done. So it's very much you do feel like you're taking positions and kind of actually getting superiority on the battlefield, as opposed to being like Superman and doing everything yourself. Granted, in the end, you kind of are, because your squad mates aren't the smartest, aren't the greatest shots.
A good third of the campaign is essentially let's take a level from Modern Warfare and show our version that we think we could do a better rendition of. Here is a scenario where you're sniping a bunch of guys while your buddies are scouting forward. Here is a chase aboard a vehicle, and for the most part, they actually do a better job of that same version.
And it's not cheap. They're well aware that they're taking the Modern Warfare thing and taking it to the next level, because there's a lot of little quips in there.
They take some straight up punches at Modern Warfare, but at the same time they're absolutely inspired by them too. You can definitely see it in the game.
They're really aware that that's their big competition. Right now it's Modern Warfare. They own the market on FPSs, so that's who they got to go right to the jugular with.
But what I like about it is that it's not just imitating Modern Warfare like what everyone's trying to do. It's actually showing this is what DICE would do if they're given the same situation. It has that really DICE feel. There's not the super automatically snap to the enemy that Modern Warfare has. There's not the 60 frames per second. Instead, there's emphasis on vehicular mayhem. There's an emphasis crazy physics doing weird things. So it's not just DICE's copy of Modern Warfare. It's simply DICE saying, if we had that situation, this is our version of it. So it doesn't feel like a copycat. It feels like this is two different takes, two different interpretations on the same typical subject matter.
In the end, though, I'm very pleased with it. I mean, this is definitely going to take over as my multiplayer online shooter. It's going to take that title from Modern Warfare 2, for me at least.
I've been a long time Battlefield fervent fan, so I really have high expectations coming into every game. And with this one, I wasn't too sure, because Bad Company 1 was good, but it wasn't as good as I had liked it to have been. So whenever I got done with this game, I was just blown away. I absolutely loved it, and I really can't wait to get back and play some more multiplayer, because that's truly where the fun really excels.
DICE has always been very good at making a multiplayer game, and they're not quite as successful single player, but this one, it proves that they can make a really good whole package.